Okay, so we're going to talk about meiosis. So we've been talking about mitosis, which is how the cells duplicate and divide to create new body cells. But now we're going to talk about meiosis, and that is how things will duplicate and divide to create gametes so that we can create new offspring. All right, so the first thing we need to know is talk about is homologous chromosomes, diploid, and haploid cells. Okay, so we have a karyotype, and so we talked about the karyotype before. So the human karyotype consists of 23 pairs of chromosomes and 46 total, and you know that we have the first 22 are going to be body cells, and then the last two are going to be sex cells. And by sex cells, we mean gender, XX or XY. Okay. So humans, again, have 46 chromosomes, 23 pairs in their body. 1 through 22 are autosomal, which means they code for tissues and different things in the body. And then the 23rd pair is the sex chromosomes. And again, XX for female and XY for male. And again, with chromosomes, those are the only two options that you have. And that's how it would look. And then, we talk about, and we'll talk about this coming up, that you end up with more genetic defects in males than females because of the fact that you've got these two X chromosomes in the female, so that if you had a defective copy on one, you have a corrected copy on the other, whereas males only have the one X. So if there's a defective copy on the one X, they don't have the other one to compensate. All right, so homologous chromosomes, a pair of chromosomes that are the same size and shape and code for the same trait. Now, when we say they code for the same trait, we mean they code for hair color, not that they both code blonde, right? They could have two that code for hair color, and one can be light and one could be dark. One is inherited from the male and one is inherited from the female. Okay, so remember we talked here, we have the sister chromatid. Oh, sorry. We have the sister chromatids here. These are the homologous pairs. And then each of these things, bands, are coding for a certain trait. These are the alleles. Okay? All right, so when we talk about gametes or the sex cells, they do not have 46 chromosomes. They actually have 23. So you have 23 from mom and 23 from dad to create your 46. Okay. Okay, so this would be the karyotype for a gamete. This would be, either an egg or sperm. So basically you get 23 from mom and 23 from dad. When it comes to fertilization, you create a zygote that has 46 chromosomes. And they've now taken the DNA and genetic information from mom and dad and created this zygote, this single fertilized cell. And then from that zygote, then you enter mitosis and you start to grow and divide cells to create the embryo and ultimately the baby. So that's how that works. So we have a couple of terms that we need to know, diploid and haploid. Diploid means 2N and haploid means N. So somatic cells contain 46 chromosomes, right? So they have 23 pairs, so that is diploid. That means it has 2 of each chromosome. Gametes, the eggs and sperm, only have 1 of each chromosome, so they have 23. So they're considered to be haploid because they have half as many as a full somatic cell. So this is how it works. So whatever the number is, right, it's 2N for the diploid and N for the haploid. So if a pineapple's N number is 25, then their 2N number would be 50. And if a frog's N number is 13, then their 2N number would be 23. And if their 2N number for an avocado is 24, then the N, or the haploid number, would be 12, and so on and so forth. Okay, and that is where our notes stop for today. And then we'll talk about how we get from diploid to haploid next time.